I would like to make a disclaimer up front and an apology to Paul Capaldi. Yes, I do. Paul, Mr. Capaldi, sir. You keep binging me somehow. You're every time you upload a video for some reason, there it is. And I didn't hit the bell. You're sending it to me somehow. Okay, whatever. But you're keeping me in your thoughts. You're letting me know something. Okay. Well, Paul, it's like this. Every time I see your face, I think of Bella Bella, Canada, in British Columbia. It just, there's something there. Something there. Now I'm trying something new. I'm doing the kinder and gentler machine gun hand, Richard Boyd renewed. Okay. Not in the nude, or lucky for you people. So, Paul, I think about you a lot, actually. Mm-hmm. I see you. I mean, you're like playing the bass guitar in this freaking. Anyway, I see it. It's there. It's there. So, what's this thing about Bella Bella, British Columbia, Canada, that has me so intrigued in connection with Paul Capaldi over in Scotland? All right. Anyway, it's like this. Back when I was a kid, my mom bought me a Sasquatch book by Jim Green, I think it is. And in that book, there's a story. Story about a guy. He claims that he was sleeping in his sleeping bag. He had his rifle in his sleeping bag with him, by the way, and other things with him. And he got picked up by a Sasquatch. His boots were in his sleeping bag, too. Got picked up by a Sasquatch, which that's what you do. You put your boots in your sleeping bag because stuff likes to crawl in your boots. You put your feet in your boots, and it's still there. And he got picked up by a Sasquatch and was taken over mountain ranges, and eventually plopped in the floor of this cave or someplace anyway. And when he crawled out, he was amongst a family of Sasquatches. Dad brought him home. Mom wasn't too happy about it. The daughter was interested in him, and the son was interested in him. Nice little family affair here, and they bring this guy in like a stray dog, okay? And he was with him for like 3 days or something. Anyway, how he got out of it is he had his snuff, his chew, just happened to be in the sleeping bag with him too. And, because he thought about shooting him and get out of there, but he didn't want to do that. So the old man, the dad Sasquatch, eventually ate all of his snuff, his chew, and he got sick. And he ran for the water. And that was his cue. And he shot over their heads and he escaped Bigfoot. That's the story. Okay. And I'm thinking, Chad Spencer Keller has this fascination with Teresa St. Jean Crockett and Trailbridge Warfield. Okay. I have a fascination with Teresa St. Jean Crockett and Warfield. Chad's fascination is she's Teresa Marie Halbach. Okay. My fascination is Chad's fascination that he thinks that she's Teresa Rehoboth. That's my fascination. It's with Chad's fascination. Not that she is, it's just Chad thinks that she is. And I want to use that. I want to use that to spawn a multi-million-dollar Sasquatch industry run by photography by Teresa. Business. My interest in Teresa St. Jean Crockett is purely business. What can we do with this? Well, what we can do with this is get all these YouTubers. What we can do with this is get all these producers to kick down the money so that we can have all the YouTubers, Erekose, Paul Capaldi, Stacy Seabrook, me, Chad Spencer Keller, the comment, all of us, all right, have, number one, paid, okay? We get paid. $20,000 across the board, everybody, $20,000 and that's to start with, okay? I want $20,000 and I can't get $20,000 unless Paul Capaldi gets $20,000. You see how that goes? See my problem? Paul. So, the other thing is that how do we get all of us together at the same time? Well, Teresa St. Jean Crockett, Terrell, BC, solves that problem. Actually, Chad Spencer Keller's fascination with her being Teresa Marie Halbach solves that problem. That's how, A, we can get all of us together, our expenses paid. We don't have to pay expenses. Allie Amberson, okay, you know. It's difficult. It's tough. We can't all get together. We got one picture of a whole shitload of people, and that's a miracle. That's a miracle, okay? But to get all of us together at the same time means somebody else has to pay, number one, for our leave from work. We have to be reimbursed from your leave from work, and it should be 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, whatever it is that you're making now. Yeah. Agreeable. 20 grand to start with is pretty agreeable. Even Andrew Whitehead said he'd drop everything he's got and give, for 20 grand, I got his attention, okay? So, 20 grand all the way across the board, all your travel expenses paid. Okay, we're good. That's what that does. That's what the Sasquatch thing does for making a murder. Is get all of us YouTubers, and it's just YouTubers, okay? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you become a YouTuber too? And then you can get in on the action, right? Okay? I think I'm explaining myself fairly well. Now then. Paul Capaldi. You see, metaphorically speaking, hypothetically speaking, whatever, metaphorically actually, Chad Spencer Keller, and I'm thinking about this, I'm Chad Spencer Keller, and I flipped and went Gilter. What the frick is that? Ah, crap. So anyway, nobody that is involved in making a murder can be a guilter. You just can't. I was a certified firefighter. I fought fires, okay? Shipboard fires, which is different. Okay, but fire is just the same. We have the USS Bonhomme Richard down here burning in San Diego. Okay, that's what the shipboard fire looks like. Anyway, I went to firefighting school, and I was certified, accredited firefighter. And I had smelt a human body burn. Nobody can be a guilter. Nobody can be a guilter. No. Add the element of smell, and the whole case goes to hell. Pretty much that's it. Didn't happen. Stephen Avery Brindisi burning Teresa Marie Halbach in his fire pit is about as likely as him raping her and cutting her hair off and cutting her throat and cutting her stomach and doing whatever else to her in that little tiny bedroom. That shit didn't happen in that bedroom. Anyway, didn't happen. So back to Paul and Bella Bella. Well, it's not Bella Bella, but it is British Columbia, Canada, and we got a Sasquatch deal going. Okay. And I come up with the bipedal primate rape up the ass challenge. Now, what this is metaphor for Chad Spencer Keller basically screwing himself up his own ass by going guilter. That's what that's about. Going guilter. So if Chad wants to take me up on it, but I chose Sasquatch being raped up the ass by Sasquatch because nobody's going to take me serious, right? Courtney Skinner. Well, shoot. Courtney Skinner takes me serious. Okay. Well, I'm talking about a multi-million-dollar tourist industry. And I'm talking, I got hundreds of producers that produce Sasquatch movies. And I'm sure that they are not of the same thinking that Courtney Skinner is. Okay? So Courtney Skinner, if you take offense, oh well. Oh, what can I say? I mean, I got my thing going. So, that's if he's wrong. Now, Paul Capaldi, if you're wrong, and that RAV4 Toyota 1998 blue, 1998 blue RAV4 that's in Wisconsin storage that has Stephen Avery's blood on it, which is a 1998 blue RAV4, which is not a 1999 Toyota dark green. It's between dark green and blue. You can't tell the difference between dark green and blue. If you can't tell the difference between dark green and blue, that they're two different vehicles, and you heard it, Paul, I know you have. I called Katie Cutson, parts manager at Lemieux Toyota in Green Bay, and she said it was all one color, Paul, all one color. You got it from her. It's all one color. Okay. And it's dark green. Dark green. Dark green never turns blue. Dark green never turns blue. 6P3, deep jewel green, metallic, never turns blue. No matter what. No matter what the lighting conditions, nothing. It stays dark green, dark green, dark green, dark green. Mystic teal, however, on the other hand, is blue. I don't care what the documents say, it's blue. It's blue. Okay. And you can't have some woman from Australia sit there and say, well, not everybody sees the same color exactly the same. Well, there are some colorblind people. My brother's colorblind. But the question I have is, why does he say that I'm wearing a brown shirt when it's green? Okay? Because that brown should have been termed green to him. So he had to go from that to colorblind. He was not colorblind all his life. Now, I don't know how you do that. but you can't train somebody to look at green and they see blue and they don't call blue green or brown. Okay? Whatever. But anyway, point is this. Paul. There has to be risk and rewards, okay, in this game of truth. If you're wrong, then you suffer the consequences of being wrong. If you're right, then you bask in the glory. You see what I'm saying? The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. That's what we have. The contrast of two. You, as far as I know, haven't changed your mind, and you still say that Stephen Avery's blood is in Teresa Marie Halbach's RAV4. You know, the one that has the VIN plate that's tampered with and just laying on there, and the dash has been removed, and there's other telltale signs, and it's blue, and it's not dark green, and it's got gray, and black, and it's not one color, okay, and we got witnesses, I got a list of witnesses, you know, just a long list of witnesses, actually, that say it's green, dark green and green, but never blue, okay? But if we still want to do that, then Courtney Skinner, yeah. I'm sorry if you take offense, but here it is. Paul Capaldi, I want you to take the bipedal primate, rape up your ass challenge. If you're wrong, then in the screenplay, your character, and you play your character, has what's known as a dilemma. You see. So here you are. You're in Trail, BC. Actually, you're in the woods. You're in the boonies. And there's Chad Spencer Keller dressed up as Sasquatch. And he tells you that he's there to rape you up your ass, assume the position. Now, here's what this is, Courtney. What this is that you take a character and you give him a dilemma, a situation. I believe being raped up the ass by Sasquatch is a situation, okay? And your character is to resolve the issue most beneficial to himself, okay? Which is, don't get raped up the ass by Sasquatch. Now, how you do that is, number one, is you don't go in the woods to begin with, all right? Now then, you use the buddy system. So it's Paul Capaldi and Erekose, okay, on the trail. It's Chad Spencer Keller in a Sasquatch outfit is going to rape him, all right? So, the risk goes to Paul Capaldi first, and the reward goes to Erekose because Erekose gets to film it all. Okay? I put it on YouTube, you know. Anyway. So, the audience is sitting there with the idea that Sasquatch, Chad, is going to rape our fine and distinguished Scotsman, okay, of all places. Yeah, he goes all the way to Canada just to have this shit happen, right? So what does Paul do? Now, how does Paul remedy the situation? How does he do that? How does Paul, see, we have this, we're human beings, we're motivated by basically two different things. The attraction of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. So what we have is we have a contrast, attraction to pleasure and avoidance to pain. So how does Paul Capaldi resolve this issue? Well, The thing with Paul is this. He's a musician. A musician. And Chad Spencer Keller is playing the primal beast, right? So what does Paul do? He whips out of his backpack some bagpipes, for Christ's sakes. Okay, and what did he do? He starts playing his bagpipes for the life of him, right? And what does he play? Bagpipes. What does he play to swoon over this wild beast, okay? Bigfoot, Sasquatch. All right, Sasquatch. He plays AC/DC, Long Way to the Top. And he's playing that for the life of him, okay? He plays that better than anybody's ever played it before, right? Because avoidance to pain. So he swoons Sasquatch over. Sasquatch is now more interested in the music, okay? Now, so he plays that. But what else does he do? Well, I don't know what you drink, Paul, but whatever you drink, you got a lot of it in your backpack. So Paul Capaldi whips out some stiff drink, okay, and proceeds to play the bagpipes and drink challenge Sasquatch, Chad Spencer Keller, shot for shot, okay? And he ends up drinking Sasquatch under the table. Sasquatch is so drunk he couldn't, okay? Sasquatch passes out, drunk as skunk, okay? Drunk as a bear on pumpkins out, okay? He's drunk, and he eventually passes out. Now, I'm pretty sure that Chad Spencer Keller can probably play the part of a drunk because he actually gets wasted. And Paul Capaldi, in the woods situation, and Chad Spencer Keller in a Sasquatch outfit, being filmed by a film crew in the Eastern Kootenai region of British Columbia, Sasquatch Lake, Sasquatch Mountain, Sasquatch Provincial Park, or Provincial Park, whatever it is. And he drinks him under the table. Yeah, you see. So Paul Capaldi just walks away, just as fine as can be. And there's Sasquatch laying there all passed out. And that's how that works, you see. It's freaking hilarious. It's hilarious. That's what I'm saying. So, the point is that, yes, we have a bipedal primate rape of your house challenge if you're wrong. Now, what does Erekose do? I don't know. Okay? But I wouldn't be running around in a kilt. That makes it a hell of a lot easier for a Sasquatch there, guy. Okay? We got to make up something different for Erekose if he's wrong. And he's wrong. Erekose's wrong. Erekose has got a choice to make. One, he can state the obvious, okay? I've seen the light, Richard Boyd. I've seen the light, yes. There's two rapporters. There's the dark green one that was taken in on the third. That's the first rapport. The second rapport showed up when they were out of salvage. And it's a totally different one. You guys cannot get over that. You can't do that. It's got to be the same. Why is Zoner not getting over that? You know? Zoner knows there's a dark green rapport taken in on the third. What does she say about that? I haven't heard her say one word about that. Okay. Then we even have, yes, beauty and strength going up there. Okay. Motion to suppress. And they're saying they're not, they're two different rapports. She's got a dark green rapport, she's got a blue rapport. What? How's Stevie Ravy's blood and Teresa's blue rapport when she owns a dark green one? You know? So yeah, I guess I have to go to the extreme. Okay, according to Don, I went a bridge too far. So what I do, I completely took out 1,112 videos just to all to all to unlisted, right? There you go. I dedicate this channel to Courtney Skinner. She doesn't contact me. It's over. Just because I put up this funny skit about Chad Spencer Keller and how he screws himself up the ass. It's metaphoric. And how we can, get producers to pay for travel and pay you to go show up in British Columbia and let's all have a rally. And it's somebody else is paying for it. That's what that's about. But they got to have something that they're paying for. So Paul Capaldi and Erekose and Chad Spencer Keller, right there is a skit, It's a spoop. It's humor. It's humor. All right? That's what it is. So, Paul, yeah. I'm just telling you what I think. Every time I see you, I go, yeah, I'm going to write that out. I'm writing that out. It's hilarious. Tell you what, make you a deal, Paul, if you would consider. How would you and Chad Spencer Keller and Erekose do that? Got an idea for you, Paul. Mr. Capaldi. Squire. Sir. Would you write that out for me? Would you contact Erekose? Okay. Erekose watches my videos anyway, so. If you would contact Erekose and you two contact Chad Spencer Keller. Hey, Chad, what up? I know you're watching me. You can't help but. Especially after I dropped 1,112 videos. That piqued your attention, didn't it? Yes, it did. Why don't you three get together and decide how that's going to play out and send me a screenplay on it?